this book introduced a new way of thinking to me, and I had to unlearn some old ways of thinking, because the name of the book is Higher Unlearning. And it's by Jack Aldrich. Wonderful speaker. If you ever get a chance to hear him do. Wonderful writer. He tends to write smaller, thinner guideline type books that illustrate how to do something or pose questions that help you understand, how you're doing things now. So this one is really about taking a test at the beginning to understand some of your preconceptions. And then each chapter goes into some things that maybe sound contradictory, but are very important in a world that's moving at the pace that our world is moving. For example, lesson 7, question the wisdom of experts. He goes into why that's important, and he cites studies. So in this one, question 7, write the letter E on your forehead. And then the question is, did you write it in a self-oriented fashion, or did you write it backwards so that it would appear legible to others? And then he talks about a study that causes individuals to assign too much weight to their own viewpoint over other people's viewpoints. That's exactly how each chapter in this goes. What's another one? Don't follow the money. Education is one of the few things a person is willing to pay for and not get, by William Lau Bryant, which is really unfortunate. He taught me in one of the speeches I went to see that he gave that we really have to take apart what we have in our heads that we've learned in order to make space for new learning. For example, he asked a group in the audience what color yield signs are in the United States, and fully half of them answered, well, the choices were black and yellow and red and white. And fully half of them answered the wrong answer. I'm so confused now, I couldn't tell you what the right answer is. But the fact was that those yield signs used to be one set of those colors until 1972, and then changed over to the current color. And even in 2010s, when he asked this question, fully half the room thought the yield signs were still the color they were a full almost 40 years before. So no, they were still obeying them, but in their mind, those signs were still the old color. So that means that, we've got a lot of clutter in there. And when something's really ingrained, it takes a lot of effort to move. And that's important when we're changing how we relate to energy, how we work with community groups to design plans, how we talk about our own relationship to racism and sexism, how we use language to illustrate our relationship to systems on this planet. Are we king of all, or are we stewards of the earth, or are we actually just another animal on this beautiful planet? So think about that. Higher Unlearning by Jack Aldrich, and occasionally swim against the flow. Take care.